edition of News Bits on NITV. Thanks for logging on. My name is Oluchi Madu. Our top stories for today. Jonathan nominates Vice President. Militants to begin rehabilitation in June. Court orders Senate to swear in Ibeke. And Eradua immortalized. These and more coming in a moment. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, today begins a strategic workshop bringing all platforms of the Community Development Program together for a long-term development strategy. Our reporter, Ogo Uge, has the rest of the story.
The aim of the workshop, which held at the Nikon Luxury Abuja, is to transform the state-oriented ECOWAS into a people-oriented ECOWAS. The body hopes to achieve this using the civil societies, research and private sectors.
The reason why we want to have it right this time is just because we have had poor experiences before. And what was said in those poor experiences was just, okay, you didn't involve people, from the grassroots into even formulating the program. So this time we want, at the formulation phase, to have those people coming in, not only the private sector, the civil society, and this is the reason why they are here, and the research people, as well as, of course, the state actors, as we always have them before, because they are the ones always formulating development programs.
30 organization networks and coalition are meeting in Abuja with the support of ECOWAS in order to organize the involvement of civil society inputs within the formulation of the community development program ECOWAS is implementing. And after organizing 6 thematic workshops in different capitals in the region, we come together here to put the results of these thematic workshops together and to synthesize them and formulate an advocacy to ECOWAS and states.
In the development of a long-term strategy, what does ECOWAS wish to tackle first?
Of economic programs lies on the way they have been implemented. So we think that the governance is the first issue. And also in the governance cluster, you can classify the conflicts, wars, and military coup d'etat which are being done in the sub-region.
But so far, what is the level of involvement of the Nigerian government?
Nigeria is a big part of ECOWAS. They represent more than 50% in terms of the population. In terms of the resources that is provided to the ECOWAS, they are also contributing at a very high percentage. I think close to 60, if I say that. So implicitly, Nigeria is quite involved at many levels into this CDP and at the ECOWAS level. But we would like to see them involved physically more. I think maybe one of the big problems we have is that we take Nigeria for granted because ECOWAS is, located here in Abuja. But we would like to see more involvement of the Nigerian people, especially at the grassroots level, at civil society organization, at all these NGOs, to be really involved in the activities of the ECOWAS.
The workshop will come to an end tomorrow after the 6 thematic consultations must have been accessed. For NITV, I am Ogo Daddy Uge.
Help seems to be on the way for the 2,192 Niger Delta militants who surrendered their arms during the 6-month amnesty granted by the late Umar Musa Yar'Adua. According to the special advisor to the president on Niger Delta, Timi Alaibe, rehabilitation of the ex-militants is to begin in June. Briefing journalists in Abuja on Wednesday, Alaibe said 10 billion naira has been voted in this year's budget for the rehabilitation exercise. He also disclosed that operators of the oil and gas industry have pledged about 30 $50 million support to the amnesty program. He denied claims that the amnesty program was no longer functional. He assured Nigerians that the federal government will continue to dialogue with the movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta, MEND, and other stakeholders to restore peace to the oil region. President Goodluck Jonathan has finally yesterday yielded to the wish of governors and picked one of them, Governor Namadi Sambo of Kaduna State, as Vice President designate. He made the decision after a meeting with the governors last night, where they also agreed to withdraw their support for the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Prince Vincent Ogbulafo, who is undergoing trial for corruption. On the legal drama between embattled Senator Joy Emodi and her opponent, Mr. Alphonsus Igbeke, the Court of Appeal in Enugu yesterday ordered the immediate swearing-in of Igbeke as the senator representing Anambra North Senatorial Zone in the Senate. The court, in a ruling delivered by Justice Suleiman Galadima, frowned at the non-compliance with an earlier order of the Senate. The court had on March 25th declared Igbeke the winner of the senatorial poll of April 14, 2007 for Anambra North. Following this order, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in compliance, withdrew the certificate earlier issued to Senator Joy Emodi and reissued it to Igbeke. While dismissing a fresh application on May 7th, asking 3 judges of the Court of Appeal to disqualify themselves for further participating in the processes of the appeal and to order a new panel excluding the justices, the court, after the consideration of the matter, said it concluded that the panel was the best to hear the case. Galadima warned that the court would not allow itself to be intimidated in any guise, pointing out that it was the prerogative of the President of the Court of Appeal to reconstitute a panel. The federal government has concluded plans to immortalize the late President Umar Yar'Adua by renaming a section of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Expressway, Abuja, and the Katsina State Airport in Katsina State after him. This decision was taken after a unanimous decision reached by the Federal Executive Council at a valedictory session held for the late president in the council chambers of the State House on Wednesday, the 12th of May. At the special ECOWAS meeting, which was televised live, President Goodluck Jonathan, who presided over the session, asked the council to approve the renaming of a major street in the Federal Capital Territory, as well as the Katsina Airport, after Yar'Adua. In the memo titled A Tribute to Late President Umar Musa Yar'Adua, GCFR, presented at the session, Jonathan justified the need to immortalize him. He noted that the late former president recorded many firsts during his lifetime, including being the first elected university graduate to rule the country, first state governor to transit to the office of the president, and the first president to publicly declare his assets. The governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, has ordered the arrest of the chairman of the state's Committee on Illegal Structures and Street Trading, Felix Igiebo, and 4 members of the committee for allegedly extorting money from the public. Mr. Igiebo was said to have demanded 10,000 naira as bribe from the bishop of the Auchi Catholic Diocese, Gabriel Dunya. Narrating his experience, the bishop said that upon his arrival from Europe, he noticed that members of the committee were about to tow his vehicle for parking illegally along the airport road. He immediately apologized, but they demanded the bribe from his driver. A statement by Pali Rashe, the secretary to the state government, said the dissolution is following confirmed cases of extortion under the guise of wrongful parking, harassment of innocent persons, physical assault, and dehumanizing methods which are unacceptable to the state government. As part of the nation's continued effort to eradicate human trafficking in the country, the Delta State Police Command has arrested a native doctor and 7 other persons in his shrine at New Layout, Epan, for allegedly trafficking young ladies abroad. Spokesman for the police command, Mr. Charles Moka, said Wednesday that detectives stormed the shrine and succeeded in rescuing 4 young girls following a report from one of the girls who escaped from the shrine during an oath-taking ritual. Some of the male suspects stated that they live in Mali, where they operate salons, and that they needed girls to work in their salon. He said suspects were assisting the State Criminal Investigation Department, Asaba, in their investigation. And that's it on this edition of Newsbeat. Till next time, thanks for logging on. My name is Ogechi.